Same species, same carton. Only one of these eggs needs a fridge. Walk into a grocery store in France or Spain, and you'll find eggs stacked on an open shelf, right next to the pasta and the olive oil. No fridge, no cold case, just eggs, sitting at room temperature, sometimes for weeks. An American tourist sees that and assumes one thing: a food safety violation waiting to happen. But nothing is broken. The eggs are fine. The rule is just different, because the egg itself is different. It starts the moment the egg leaves the hen. In the US, every commercial egg gets a wash: hot water, soap, a spinning brush. The USDA built this system in the 1970s. After outbreaks of Salmonella enteritidis, traced back to eggs, pushed the government to act. The fix: scrub every shell clean before it ever reaches a carton. That wash works. But it also removes something the egg needs. Every egg is born with an invisible coating called the cuticle, or the bloom. It's a thin, natural film that seals the shell's pores, letting the egg breathe while keeping bacteria like Salmonella from crawling in. Wash the shell, and the bloom goes with it, so the pores stay open. So the egg is exposed. So refrigeration stops being optional. It becomes the only thing standing between that egg and contamination. There's a detail most people never hear, and it's the part that makes the whole system make sense. The wash water has to be warmer than the egg itself. Not by accident, by federal rule. Dunk a warm egg into cooler water and the contents shrink slightly, pulling outside water and whatever's floating in it straight through the shell's pores. Get the temperature wrong, and the wash meant to protect the egg becomes the thing that contaminates it. That's why the fridge rule in the US isn't really about the egg going bad. It's about a shield that got scrubbed off on purpose and now has to be replaced with cold air, starting the second the wash water drains. From there, the cold never breaks. Processing plant, refrigerated truck, distribution center, the store's dairy case, then your fridge at home. One continuous chain, invisible the whole way, built entirely around the fact that this particular egg has nothing left protecting it but the temperature around it. Europe skips the wash almost entirely. Most EU countries actually ban it by law. The cuticle stays intact, the pores stay sealed, and the egg can sit on a shelf for weeks without turning into a health risk. But that doesn't mean Europe just accepts more risk instead. It solved the same problem from the other direction, vaccinating hens against Salmonella at the source, so the threat gets handled before the egg is even laid, instead of after. Two completely different playbooks. Same disease, same goal. Both work, as long as nobody mixes the rules. And this isn't really America versus Europe. Canada washes and refrigerates. So does Japan. So do the Scandinavian countries. The real split isn't a border on a map. It's wash and chill versus protect and shelve. And the US just happens to sit on the washing side of that line. Flip an American carton over, and there's a 3-digit code stamped on the short end. That's a Julian date, the exact day those eggs were packed, not laid. Federal grading rules give retailers 30 days from that stamp to get the carton off the shelf as a fresh grade A egg. No cuticle to fall back on means the clock is always running, right down to the code on the box. Here's where it gets dangerous. Take a washed American egg, leave it out on the counter like it's a European one, and you've stripped its only protection with nothing left to replace it. The USDA's own guidance says a US egg shouldn't sit out more than 2 hours before bacteria can start multiplying fast enough to matter. So the carton in your fridge isn't overly cautious packaging. It's damage control for a shell that was cleaned within an inch of its natural defenses. There's one exception hiding in plain sight, and it's growing in American backyards right now. Backyard chicken keeping has exploded across US suburbs. An egg straight from your own hen, unwashed, still has its cuticle, which means, technically, it can survive on the counter the way a French one does. The moment you rinse it under the tap, that protection is gone, and the 2-hour clock starts ticking. So the next time someone says Europeans are risking it with unrefrigerated eggs, they're not being careless. They just built the safety net somewhere else. Here's what actually matters. In 3 points, a washed egg, the kind in almost every American carton, is only safe because the cold chain never breaks. A room temperature egg, the European kind, is only safe because the hen was protected before the egg ever existed. And an unwashed backyard egg from your own coop borrows the European rule, right up until the moment you rinse it under the tap.